but now it should be going live. I'm still setting up. I was like, oh, what do I use for background music? And I was going through my download files, and I still don't know what I will use for background music. Does it still say it's waiting? Let's see. On my YouTube, on my phone, it is running an ad. Wow, thanks YouTube. Okay, yeah, no, it is live. Sweet. But because I can't seem to figure out where I downloaded my instrumental files, I will play ESP's covers again, if that works, for some background music, so you're not having to just hear only my voice. I just need to remember where that file is, and then I can get started. Oh, wrong thing. You guys are fish in my little aquarium. So there's quite a few anglerfish, quite the Hawaii Part 2 reference. Yeah, you guys are just little fishies. And then I think if you do exclamation point jump, your character gets to jump. Or if you do exclamation point, yeah, look, my character jumped on the screen. You can do exclamation point fart, and then I think your character gets to fart. And yeah. I know there's other things. There's lists of commands, but those are the main ones I know. And then, and then I can pick you guys up and bring you across the screen. Teehee. And also, I can be destructive, but we stay silly. We stay silly. But yeah, it's like a little, it's like my little fish tank here, It's a little fish tank. All right. I was going to get some background music going, and then by next week I'll switch it, just so that way we're not like, wow, we're listening to the same few tracks over and over again. But I do like ESP's covers. So let me get that. Oh, hello, Skiz. I am going to play the tracks. Okay. There we go. Epic. I can be a little menace. There's a star where I think if you jump, you can catch these. I can also, I think you guys are able to slingshot yourselves. I can also slingshot you guys, which is pretty fun. This gives me too much power. For my character, what will I do? I'm just gonna pin my character. I'm just stuck there now. I'm just giving announcements to the world. Oh, is the audio not picking up? Oh, no, it is. No, it is. Okay, I see it. It's just quiet. All right. Now I gotta get my DaVinci Resolve booted up. After it loads. Emma Fish is trapped. Yeah, I'm sealed away. I'm just stuck. I think I can also draw ladders on here. Let me do that real quick too. Also, DaVinci, come back to me. Animatronics. If it loads. Trivia. Okay. This game is called Stream Avatars, and it's a silly... Oh, shoot, why is everything... Okay, I'm gonna hide OBS. Oh, I'm gonna close Steam. I don't need that open. I'm a silly guy. Here's some more explosions. And I'll put another star out there. Oh, I just totally gave that to Skiz. Alright, why are all of my files not there? It's alright. I'll figure that out. Alright. What I want to do is I want to make a new file for my project because right now there's just... Oh, I unplugged my keyboard on accident. There are too many files in here and I think it's bogging my computer down, so I just need to figure out what the caption details are and write that down. And so, because I want all of my captions to be consistent for the trivia videos, for my sake. And then also just if you're like, oh, someone's watching them, it helps for the text to not jump around. Walmart Bag says, where did you find the explosives? I'm scared and how to get some. Let me check. I feel like there might be a way where you guys could do it too. I need to look at your guys' commands again. You can do, let's see. I'm not sure. There's a whole lot. Oh, try seeing if you can do exclamation point bomb. Otherwise it might be like, oh, you need game currency, and I'm not sure how the game currency works. But here, I'll type the commands. Has jump, fart. Oh, you can explode an avatar. Okay, so you can do exclamation point, explode. Oh my gosh, my YouTube is flagging the text. Okay, yep, so that explodes, but then I think I can, for example, target skizzers by doing explode. Oh, it costs 10. I only have 7 gold. How do I get gold? Oh, maybe it's from the stars. Maybe I just gotta keep dropping these stars around. So that's how you guys get currency. You have to jump and catch the stars. Okay, I see how it works now. I see how it works. Oh, I can do a firework. I saw your name, and I'm like, that's quicker to type than a lot of the other usernames. But let's see if I can turn... Let's see if I can turn... Walmart Bag the Kazoo into a firework. Walmart Bag the Kazoo. Let's see if it will pick up or if it has to be perfect. Okay, I do turn you into a firework, I think. Maybe. I don't know. Something went on. Okay, anyways. I'm going to get the information for this font. It is Arial, which is the same font for the Tally Hall logo, by the way. And then the font faces. Alright, size 58. Maybe I'll just take a picture of this, actually. That seems more effective. I'll just take a picture of the settings so then I can recreate that. And then what happened to my files here? They're missing. Find in media pool. Open file location. Trivia's edit. I'm pretty sure that's still animatronics, trivias, edit. Yeah, it's still in there. I think it's just freaking out. Okay. Rex is asking. Oh, maybe I should have actually. Let me just do. Don't save. Kojim. Dip. Trivia. Dwarma says, "Hi Emma, I'm a big fan of your videos. Thank you. I appreciate it." Okay, selected clips. Oh no, I did the right thing. So don't change keeps it for the lower frame rate, which helps keep my computer from exploding. And then this is to make me not as washed out. So that way I am a normal shade. Oh, is it glitching? Let me see. Let me check the YouTube settings. Willard is eating the Ethernet cables again. Does it say that it's dropped? Trying to figure that out. The audio's gone. Let me figure this out. Meow! 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 It's at least loading on my phone? The audio's gone. That's weird. Okay. Intriguing. Intriguing. Okay. Well. I don't know what happened there. It could have been my internet. That's so strange. Yeah, I can hear it on my end. I'll send those. I don't know. That was just like asking why I screamed meow. That was just the first thing that came to my mind. I don't know. I don't know. But let me see if I can get this subtitles going. Let's see. What setting was it on? Titles. Oh, I need to look at my picture. Subtitle, subtitle. How did I do this in the past? Maybe this is why I haven't. Oh no, here we go. Subtitle. There we go. That gives me the generic subtitle. Customized caption. Then we have it to the Tally Hall font. Arial. The most original font of them all. Alright, and then the position. If it lets me. Hello. Okay, so size was 58. And oh no, now Walmart bag can't hear. It's weird, like my audio is going through. Oh yeah, it might be needing to rejoin. I don't know. IDK. Let's drop a star and some explosions now. Alright. Okay, subtitle. And then the position for the subtitles was 422. And oh wait, this is wrong. It's in the wrong. Where's the project settings? It needs to be a vertical video. Okay. So that kind of messed up the numbers here, but it's 422 and 660. Okay. And that spaces it. All right. And then the size was 58. Font case mixed. How did I do the... Is it... Oh, it's probably this setting. Does that do it? I need to bring up the size a little. It's probably 5. Let me look at the last file, even if it hates me. Oh, I need to save it. Yes, please save it. Yeah, I've just been editing everything in the same file, but... Alright. But yeah, having it not all in the same file will probably help my computer not lag so bad. Okay. Okay, it is a 5. And drops shadow. I'll take a picture of that settings too. Because, yeah, I made this file in August. Right before Sonic Lunch. Because I was, like, going crazy making all this stuff for Sonic Lunch. Oh, sorry, Walmart bag. I totally threw you off of the map. I didn't mean to do that. I was just wanting to... Oh, and Skiz. It's a little more powerful for my mouse to pick up than I anticipated. Like, if I let go, you keep going. So... It just exploded. Alright. Subtitle settings. Alright. Because I did a lot of weird stuff. Okay, so the size was 58. The line spacing was -23. Because these are all numbers that I would totally remember. I don't even know what this setting is, but that's what I did. Oh, it kind of adjusts it a little bit. Okay. And then this was 422. And this was 812. Okay. And then there was a little bit of drop shadow. Which is just also that. Wow, I didn't know I had such a, like, hyper-specific caption settings. But again, it's probably been, like, 6 or 7 months since I've done this. Oh, that's a little too intense. Oh, wait, no, the blur settings are different. Oh my gosh, the blur settings are actually 6 and 7. I'm not even doing that for the bit. That's just what the blur settings were. So, my apologies for the 6, 7. But, yeah. Anyways, there we go. Subtitle! Yay! I got the subtitles all set. Yay. Alright. Let me, before I get drawing here, let me get some ladders for you guys. Oh, I totally messed that up. Okay. You guys have little ladders. They're so tiny. Little ladders to climb. Will it even do that? Will it even work? I don't know. I'm still new to this thing. Oh yeah, okay. Walmart bag started climbing the ladder, so it is possible. Cool, cool. Unfortunately, that's not the first time I've said 6, 7. The problem is I think that is funny. So, I apologize. It annoys everyone. Alright. Okay, so my old Kojim dip script. Okay, so this one is pretty basic, where it's I feel like some of my trivia is pretty obvious to fans of Tally Hall, but my intent is kind of to be that person where there's someone who casually listens to Tally Hall and is like, oh yeah, I really like their music, and they don't realize how extensive the lore is. Like, for all of us, we're like, oh yeah, Kojum Dip is Bora. Bora's the honorary 6th member of Tally Hall. So, you know, like, Moonwaltz is connected to Tally Hall because of that. But for someone who's just listening to stuff on Spotify, they're probably not going to know that. And so that's kind of like what this trivia one is a bit more aimed towards, is like, hey, you know, all of us in this room here, we know that Kojum Dip is connected to Tally Hall. But, you know, sorry, I got distracted, because someone said, well, I never say 6'7" because I hate that meme, but by doing that, you had said 6'7". So, anyways. But yeah, but my tangent aside being that, hey, did you know Kojum Dip is connected to Tally Hall? Because I remember talking to one person, I'm like, oh yeah, you like Moon Waltz and Tally Hall? Did you know that they're connected? You know, like, hey Rex, I'm with you. I also like the 6'7". I think it's really funny. Especially when you're in a case where you're having to count things a lot, and then you just have to do the intonation, the 6'7" as you're counting. That's my favorite thing to do. Walmart Bag says, oh no, when I joined, I went headfirst into the fandom and its side projects. But, like, again, you know, not everyone's going to know. So that's kind of what this one is for. So everyone here is going to be like, oh yeah, I know who Kojum Dip is. It's not really surprising. You know, for like people here might be like, oh, I didn't know the Mind Electric was originally going to be a trilogy. Like, you know, like there's the range of the fun facts I have gathered in my years. But I also think it's important to have kind of like entry level ones too. So that's kind of my perspective on it. So some people might be like, oh wow, you're running out of ideas for trivia. Like, no, I'm spacing it out because, you know, I want people to know so many things. Okay, that is a lot of text. Let's see. What order did I record this? I think this might have been the Rob Cantor trivia. Oh, no. I had recorded a bunch of videos at once. So I think this is the beginning part. Oh, yeah, that's the... So the Kojum Dip fun fact was at the very end of this video that I recorded. Okay, yep. You can see my eyes going crazy. Okay, oh, that's another fun fact that I need to do at some point. So much of this is just me doing takes over and over again. Walmart Bag says, my IRL grandma thinks 6'7" is demonic. Yeah, not me though. I think it's angelic. Did you know Kojum Dip is connected to Tally Hall? Maybe I'll just like, you know, I'll just edit all of the individual takes first and then do the captions. I think that's what I did last time. I think that's what I did. Oh, I forgot I still had my mouse on the bombs. My bad. I didn't mean to explode you guys that time. My little fish tank. Oh, sorry. Walmart Bag! It's gone. Oh, never mind. Okay, Walmart Bag is fine. They landed. And then I can slingshot. Whee! Okay, I'm gonna throw a few more of these guys in there. It's just too much fun. I can mess with people. It's beautiful. I'm gonna pin myself to the center of the screen. Oh, that's probably distracting, actually. I will not pin myself to the center of the screen. Wow, I won 5 from the jump catch game and I wasn't even trying. Okay, I feel like I probably did like a bunch of takes of this. This is also going to have outdated because I was intending to make this video before Sonic Lunch happened, but I just ran out of time. I was literally like editing videos on my computer until like I had to go to the airport.
Granted, the sphere tally hall. Moon waltz.
Okay, I swore I did another take of that, but maybe I didn't.
The sphere.
Did this loop? No. Okay. Sorry, one more bag.
The sphere of music popularized by the internet.
Rosanna Casanova says, Emma. Yes, that is me. Here's some more stars. Okay. Locking back in on this.
The sphere of music
Popularized by the internet.
Music popularized by the internet just has a lot of overlap. But as many Tally Hall fans know, the honorary 6th member of Tally Hall, Bora, has his own band, Kojum Dip, formed around the year 2000.
2000. Bum, 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 ba-dum, dun, dun.
Year 2000. There's a ton of lore to this band, though unfortunately
Does anybody here know much about Kojum Dip? Because unfortunately, I don't know all of the lore of the different characters and stuff. I'm a hashtag fake fan. I feel like I had tried listening through the Kojum Dip album like 5 years ago. And most of it was not my style. So like I only kind of know the like Pluto song. I think I know Reverse Mullet and Moon Waltz, but I'm a hashtag fake fan. So like I'm like I don't know a lot about Kojum Dip lore. Some guy named Volkage, I think, says, I know Kojum Dip for the most part. Because the thing is, the world of Tally Hall is so broad, where it's like, you'll find what you like, and then there's things that other people will like, but you might not have that in common, you know? So, but I really like Moon Waltz, and the entire reason I got into object shows was because of the Moon Waltz animation for Cheesy HFJ's show 1. So for that, I just kind of, I owe a lot to Moon Waltz.
to this band, though unfortunately I'm extremely uneducated on the subject beyond knowing there's personas portrayed with masks.
Yeah, that's kind of the extent of it. And I know, like, for Sonic Lunch, he kind of, like, Bora performed as just himself and the rest of his band was invisible. Since this is so outdated, maybe I'll add a little bit of that.
In 2024?
In 2024. Yeah, Walmart Back says, you can go from Happy Monster Band to Tap Tap Tap. Oh, there's, like, going purple with Rob's side of things. Like, the range of things is intense.
Personas portrayed with masks. In 2024, Moon Waltz was played live during Ito and Friends tour alongside Tally Hall songs, and Bora will be performing again.
Yeah, see, this is the part that is so outdated because I don't know when I record, like, days before Sonic Lunch.
And Bora will be performing again alongside the Tally Hall guys on August 7th, 2025.
Wow, I can't wait for August 7th, 2025, guys. Okay, so that part is outdated, so I need to like rewrite that and record it real quick. Not that I will record my face, it's just I'm going to just speak over video. Some guy named Volkage, I think, said Moonwaltz became my entrance to Kojim Dip, but then I listened to other songs and that then became my favorite band. So are you familiar with like all of the different personas and stuff then and band members, or sorry, my brain just evaporated. Like, yeah, I don't know how intense like your obsession with Kojim Dip is, because to my understanding the lore goes deep.
In 2024, Moonwaltz was played live during Ito and Friends tour alongside Tally Hall song.
Okay, so this is the part where I need to add a little bit more, because then and Kojim Dip opened. Kojim Dip was an opener for Andrew Horowitz. Okay, let me remove and Kojim Dip was an opener for Andrew Horowitz in August 2025. Some guy says, I like how some guy was how I abbreviated it. Like, that's just the some guy. Volkage says, Kojim Dip consists of Boater. I hope I said that right. Or if it's, I don't know. Who's portrayed by Bora, of course. That makes sense. Bora. 15 seconds of Bora. Did I accidentally, like, I threw myself off the stage. Oopsie. This is my little fish tank. This is not how I treat my fish tanks, by the way. I do not throw bombs in my fish tank. Okay. Walmart bag says 134430 Plutos. The inspo for a matching OC with my friend. And he's literally just Will Wood. That's beautiful. Okay, some guy named Volkage says it's Boudoir. Let me know if that sounded right. Boudoir. I always just read it like Boater, which is incorrect. Boudoir. Okay. And so my whole tag at the end of this is
maybe more Kojim Dip then.
So maybe more Kojim Dip then. See, if I had released this before Sonic Lunch, I would have seemed like such a prophet, you know. I was predicting Kojim Dip. And like, for the record, like, I know there'll be like some of the super fans in the fandom like just somehow like genuinely know what's going on with Tally Hall. I don't know. I'm in the same boat as you guys. So like, I'm just doing my best guesses based off of the, you know, hints from people.
Ito and Friends tour.
And then also I want to make sure for Rosanna, is it Rosanna or Rosanna? I want to like also ensure that I am pronouncing your username correctly, but they're asking me if I know who Hatsune Miku is, and the answer is yes. Yes, I do.
Alongside Tally Hall song, and Bora will be performing again alongside the Tally Hall guys.
Okay, so and Kojim Dip was an opener for Andrew Horowitz in August 2025. See, it would have been so good if I had predicted it, but you know, I'll just know internally. Ha! I was right. Alright. Okay. Moonwaltz was played live during the Eden Friends tour alongside Tally Hall. And Kojim Dip was an opener for Andrew Horowitz in August 2025. So my whole tag and here is outdated, but... Okay. Volkage is giving more of the lore for Kojim Dip. There's Mumitis, who is considered to be the manifestation of sour cotton candy. Thus the name. Okay. Udabin. Udabin is the green yellow muscle one who's definitely like the tough guy personality.
Guys on August 7th, 2025.
Skizzers says, speaking of mispronouncing names, my mom decided to tell Rob Cantor at Sonic Lunch about my YouTube channel and pronounced it as Skysores. Skysores.
On August 7th, 2025. So maybe more Kojim Dip then. So maybe more Kojim Dip then.
Okay, yeah, this whole tag doesn't even work.
There is going to be a second album.
Oh, I added that! Okay, sweet. That was what I was going to say. Lawrence was portrayed by Bora's childhood friend. Rest in peace. I was familiar that one of the band members had unfortunately passed, but I didn't know it was Bora's childhood friend. It's really unfortunate. It makes sense why it would just, like, take a bit to, like, get back to making anything Kojim Dip related, because that type of stuff is really hard. And it's also named Octopus, the keeper of the river in Lost Souls. Farewell, Rex. Walmart Bag says, I pronounce spaghetti as splagabby. I'm pretty sure that's how you say it. It's like spaghetti, but you just say splagabby. So... Alright. Emma, you can call me July Rosanna Casanova is the name of my mom because I'm on my account. Okay, so I can call you July. Alright, so I won't call you your mom's name. And then Captain No, the Love Machine. He's basically the drummer that tames a beast called the Slower, the Insatiable, who sounds like drums when it craves for human flesh. Okay, sweet. I added this tag, which I will take because...
In 2024, Moon Waltz was played live during Ito and Friends tour alongside Tally Hall songs, and Bora will be performing again alongside the Tally Hall guys on August 7th.
Okay, that is outdated.
There is going to be a second album.
Okay. Kojim Dip lore. Kojim Dip lore corner. I can talk. I forgot how to talk for a second. Walmart Bag says Splagabby. Splagabios. Oh, Splagabby is more of an accurate pronunciation of what I said. Splagabby. It's like spaghetti, but Splagabby. Volkage says, no wait, it's pronounced slower. I'm not sure if that name can exactly be pronounced right besides when, oh gosh, I forgot how to say it's, Bodur said it in the Sonic Lunch performance. Okay. So the Sonic Lunch performance opened a lot of Kojim Dip lore expansion. Oh yeah, my eyes are crazy. I think part of it just has to attribute. I think for when I recorded this, I literally shined my desk lamp directly into my face. And I'm hazel, so it makes my eyes, like my eyeballs also just look crazy. It'd probably be more intimidating if I had blue eyes, but I like my eyes. I'm just, sometimes it's just like people with blue eyes seem like they're staring into your soul. Bag says, my grandparents, not you and Saucilys, are scared of Kojim Dip. Yeah, Saucilys was the one who told me to listen to Kojim Dip, and her pitch was Bora meows in the middle of it. This was many years ago. My eye orbs. But also these glasses make my eyes huge. Like, I am so farsighted. Been for so long. The lenses are huge, so it's like, like how they'll have like cartoon characters and when they take their glasses off, they're just the little dots. That's just literally me. If I pull the glasses away from my face and point it towards people, my eyeballs will take up like the entire lens and I look like a Disney princess with just oversized eyes. Also it's just my facial expressions add to me looking crazy, but I think the combination of these factors, it's just, I look a little crazy. Volkage says, Kojim Dip's history goes all the way back to somewhere around mid-late 2004, so lore just happens to change whenever it does. Skizzer says, Bora stared at me for a very long time during Sonic Lunch, and I think that's funny. I had a giant pink bow on my Bora plush's head, so it was probably pretty attention-grabbing. We love Bora, There were 2 Boras. There's a person next to me at the front who had a Bora. Alright, I already have Audacity. I need to just record the... And Kojim Dip was an opener for Andrew Horowitz in August 2005. Guys, I'm so good at naming files. This was for one of my Rob Cantor related things, evidently, but I could not type. So, yeah. Otherwise, my Audacity files are just new project. Why do I have one from 2024? That's crazy. Anyways. Alright. Audio setup, my recording device. Yeah. I needed that one. That's my actual microphone. So, recording device, Blue Snowball. Okay. Let me rewatch the intonation that I am doing here.
2024, Moon Waltz was played live during Ito and Friends tour, alongside Tally Hall song.
And Kojim Dip was an opener for Andrew Horowitz in August 2025 is what I had to say. I had to say 2025. And Kojim Dip was an opener for Andrew... I can't... Okay. And Kojim Dip was an opener for Andrew Horowitz in August 2025. And now I need to rewatch the bit right before this so I know how my sentences are developing.
In 2024, Moon Waltz was played live during Ito and Friends tour, alongside Tally Hall song.
And Kojim Dip was an opener for Andrew Horowitz in August 2025 at Sonic Lunch. Okay, let's see if I like that. And Kojim Dip was an opener for Andrew Horowitz in August 2025 at Sonic Lunch. Yep, that works. That works. Yeah, my files are so good. Kojim Dip. Da, 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 da. I also agree that if Kojim Dip got YouTube plushies, that would be pretty funny. Like, pretty iconic. Oh, I wonder if I have any videos of Bora as Kojim Dip from my camera. Because I know I got it on the live stream. Where did I put my videos from the camera? Do I have it in here? Sonic Lunch. Okay, yeah. It would be in my files. Not that one. Sorry, this is off screen, so just because I prefer to go through all of my files not on a live stream. Since, you know, my computer has a lot of files from my life and I don't want to be doxxed. Okay, well, oh, here we go. So here's my Sonic Lunch. My Sonic Lunch folder. We could do a show and tell real quick of all of my pictures that I took. Walmart Bag says, I don't know who it was, but the person with the Enna plush at Sonic Lunch was easily the highlight of the day, even though I saw it for half a second. I love that there was a news article written about, you know, Sonic Lunch, like, oh, near Tally Hall reunion draws packed crowd to Sonic Lunch. And I have a screenshot of it on my phone where someone is holding up the Enna plushie, you know, and the caption says, fans waved like plushie versions of the Tally Hall members. I'm like, yes, Enna is my favorite Tally Hall member. Volker says, I saw a video of Bald Rob plush and they were all chanting. Yes, I wonder who took that video. Well, hey, Walmart Bag has a version of that video which is really funny with the audio quality. So you should watch Walmart Bag, the Kazoo's version of the video. Okay, here's a beautiful... Oh, no, I didn't mean to make my face all big. Not this time. There we go. It's a little sidetrack, but it's show and tell, you know. Oh, I keep hitting the wrong thing. LOL. Alright, here... Oh my goodness, I keep thinking I'm grabbing the top of it. This is it. Okay. Alright. This is the trees at Sonic Lunch, Liberty Plaza at like 5 a.m. or whatever time we got there. It was so dark. We were the first people at Sonic Lunch. Here's a scary photo of Zubin Flower because it's so dark and it's not picking up. And then you can see the Liam HFJ1. But he's so beautiful. And then we get Bora, we get Ross, we get Matthew. I was trying to get a good view of the merch. I never made it to the merch table when like everything was there. It was just I was finally able to make it to the merch as they were closing up. But a lot of people got me were able to grab merch from me, so that was also nice. Listen, Ghost. A lot of these are like really cryptid photos. Here's I'm looking at the phone. It's Illicit Ghost. Illicit Ghost is coming out with a new single. I think it's next week. But yeah, so like I had my phone live streaming, but then I also brought my digital camera. So this is what I could get on the camera because, you know, you can zoom in a lot more. Oh, I love this story from Skizzers. I think I waited around 2 hours in line to get autographs at Sonic Lunch. A random guy's biked past and said, "What's this? Why is this line so long? Is this a Justin Bieber concert?" Imagine. Wow. Oh, you can kind of see Zubin Flower in the corner of it. Oh, here's the other Bora. Because that's not Skizzers. Skizzers is Bora. I'm noticing this person has, you know, the Tally Hall colored nails, which is beautiful. Casey. I have a lot of sound check stuff. Okay. Here's one of the most cinematic pictures that I've, taken. Okay, so I have some, like, up-close shots. Okay, but I didn't record with my camera because yeah, here's my phone. I had my little phone thingy, so that's how I was able to, you know, take pictures and record while also having the concert. And this was a lifesaver too because it was in direct heat, and so sometimes I was like having to shade over my phone so that way my phone didn't die. Okay, so I don't have a video on my digital camera, but it's probably because I was freaking out that my phone was going to overheat and that it was going to pull the, you know, the ruler of everything opening. Is this it? Oh no, this is Shia LaBeouf. Shia LaBeouf is pretty great. It's all like small bits though. I put them all in my Two Sonic, Two Lunch video of all of my random clips. Oh yeah, this was when the power went out. His computer overheated, according to Matthew, which is why they couldn't do the transition into ruler of everything. Volker says, well, anyway, I think I'll be off. It was funny I ended up coming here because of Kojim Dip lore and stuff. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for assisting me in my understanding of Kojim Dip lore. So, I am now expanded upon it. Alright, well, I'll include my photos. Oh, did I not put it in the media pool? Oopsies. It needs to go in there. Yoink. Hello, Arby's. Farewell, Volkage. July says, I wish I could go to Sonic Lunch, but I'm from Argentina. Yeah, not everyone can be amazing purple girl and, like, fly overseas. Which is still crazy. Like, I didn't think that I would meet an online person, online friend from the UK, like, ever. But, you know, it's just that cool. Okay, so that I got sidetracked from what I was doing though, which is I need to get a clip of the Sonic Lunch stream. So gotta go back to my own computer, my own phone. While I do that, I am going to throw some more stars, which people can catch by doing !jump. And then you can use that to then !explode and then type the name of the person that you wish to explode. Skizzer said, I love Sonic Lunch so much. I have a lot of funny stories about when I was there. I want to make a video about it, but I think it might be late news by now. Well, hey, I still have a Sonic Lunch video / podcast thing that I want to make. I just haven't had the chance to yet. But it's something where I'm hoping to, like, ask people to, like, also if they have videos and stories from it. That's something I want to do. It's just I gotta focus on life things first, but soon. All that is to say, I don't think it's too late to share your stories. And I still want to do things too, so I #relate. Alright. Let me find Bora on my phone. Let me drop some more stars. And definitely not some bombs. Okay. Shout out to the person who did all of the timestamps on my video. Alright, let me screen record my own video. Pew! Explosion. Alright, while I was screen recording, I got a message from my family, which cannot be in the screen recording, but it's okay. Walmart Bag the Kazoo says, I give you permission to use my amazing quality clips. I love your camera audio quality, Walmart Bag. It made me so... It's just so beautiful. Alright. Anyways, got sidetracked. Got my clip. My little clippy. The tricky thing about live stream files is, like, they don't, like, you can download the files, but, like, they don't really exist outside of the live stream. I don't know if that makes a whole lot of sense. But it's just kind of what YouTube received for the live stream is what they got. So it's not as high quality as one might want. But, you know, at the end of the day, it works. Swordbird! Hi, Swordbird! Swordbird is a sea cucumber. Skizzer says, my mom asked if I had a crush on Bora in front of the people who recognized me. Oh no. Oh no. Walmart Bag says, I got a better camera for Christmas, so RIP the camera quality 2025 to 2025. It's just really like meme quality to me. It was just so beautiful. Because, you know, I was like missing Sonic Lunch, and so I was rewatching like a bunch of videos from the other month or finding videos I hadn't seen before, and that like made me like cry from how hard I was laughing. Alright, I sent myself the little bit of Bora for this video. It would have been funny if I could get this trivia down to just 15 seconds, but, you know, can't always win. But yeah, Swordbird is a... Oh, I didn't mean to blow you up! Sorry, I meant to pick you up, but then instead I exploded everyone. That's my bad. I was trying to pick up to show off that Swordbird is a sea cucumber, which is a Tally Hall reference. Because... sea cucumber. Okay, I'll set the sea cucumber down now. We have a lot of anglerfish, which is also not intentional, but it's very, like, fitting for Hawaii Part 2. Okay. I had my clips. Meow. Dun. There we go. There's the Bora. Which I will have to mute him, sadly. Alright, and then I need to find my clip. My little audio addendum. July says, maybe my mom loves Bora because he is a silly guy. The other thing that's impressive about Bora is he just seems to know, like, how to do everything ever. Okay. Is this about the same audio level? Yeah. Farewell, Swordbird. Thanks for popping in. And welcome back, Tangerine Natalies. I feel like I don't need the pause there. I could trim that a little bit. Saucily says, Emma sus. How could you? How could you? Tangerine says, I'm convinced Bora is some sort of demigod that can do anything he is tasked with. I also agree with this. Like, listening to the live stream that he did for, like, Not a Trampoline, like, it's just a mere fraction of his power. And Kojim Dip was an opener for Andrew Horowitz in August 2025 at Sonic Lunch. Okay, do I need to put an audio processor on this?
There is going to be a second album.
Alright. Saucily says, how do I fish? It looks like you are a little squid guy. You can do exclamation point jump. You can do exclamation point fart. You can do exclamation point bomb, but I think you need points for that, which I can do by launching stars. And to catch stars, you do exclamation point jump. Saucy says, I'm squid and it's time to game. Alright, here's some stars for everybody to try and catch. Saucy's fart. Here's a bomb. Alright. Back to editing. Oh, there's a accidental just random bit.
There is going to be a second album.
Okay. I need to drop more stars, perhaps? There's not a lot. Bum bum ba-dum ba-da-da-da. There's so many stars. Da da da. I'm totally not rigging the game by trying to drop stars directly on Saucely's head, so that way Sauce can blow people up. I think it's just like there is the bit of where there's the delay too. I don't know. I think there's like, I'll have to look into it. There's like a way where like you guys can also do like boss fights, I think. I don't know. Okay.
Did you know Kojum Dip is connected to Tally Hall? You know, Moon Waltz. Granted, the sphere of music popularized by the internet just has a lot of overlap, but as many Tally Hall fans know, the honorary sixth member of Tally Hall, Bora, has his own band, Kojum Dip, formed around the year 2000. There's a ton of lore to this band, though unfortunately I'm extremely uneducated on the subject beyond knowing there's personas portrayed with masks.
I don't know why Skiz catches all of the stars.
Tally Hall songs.
And Kojum Dip was an opener for Andrew Horowitz in August 2025 at Sonic Lunch.
There is going to be a second album.
It's just like I don't know why Skiz is catching all of the stars. Skiz says I'm an alien. All things space related are attracted to me. But yeah, Saucely's is the grandpa. You've been in this fandom longer than I have, you know. Or at least you know of things. You were there when Tally Walls occurred. You were there in 2020. I mean, I was there in 2020, just the tail end of it. Oh, Walmart is specifying that you're specifically Walmart Bags, grandpa.
Did you know Kojum Dip is connected to Tally Hall? Tally Hall.
Saucely's missed the part where we were talking about the Enna plushies at Sonic Lunch. Enna reference. Sauce, did you ever post your Enna animatic whip? Hee. Okay. I need to pull up the chat on my phone. Video editing stream. Hee.
Did you know Kojum Dip is connected to Tally Hall?
You know, Moon Waltz? Question mark. Skizzer says, my online grandpa is Bean Callie. I know of Bean Callie. I feel like I've seen a Bean Callie video, but I don't know a lot about them. But congratulations on the grandfather.
Did you know Kojum Dip is connected to Tally Hall? You know, Moon Waltz.
I guess I only did one take of this, but that's fine. I feel like we get like really complicated like family trees through this. Granted, this sphere of music. Oh, I need a Moon Waltz screenshot. Also, I should probably take a water break in a minute too, to like not explode. Yeah, I'll just do a screenshot of that. That works. Oh no, I don't even know why I bother. Something I just can't get it. Wow, that was way more zoomed in than I intended. Dun 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 dun. You know, Moon Waltz.
Is connected to Tally Hall. You know,
Moon Waltz.
Moon Waltz.
I like Moon Waltz.
Did you know
could zoom out a little bit. Okay.
Hall. You know,
Moon Waltz.
granted, the sphere of music.
I feel like the best explanation I've seen of the interconnectivity of Tally Hall and then the Tally Hall fandom is when I did my podcast episode with Homestar Runnertron / Sky the Guy, who's been in this fandom for like 20 years. And like his way of looking at it was more of like a color wheel of a variety of different shades of ties. But like that it explained kind of like the different eras of Tally Hall fans and archivists and how that kind of leads to where we're at today and how everyone is a part of the Tally Hall, you know, family in this case, you know. But that's like the beginning 10 minutes of the episode. So, you know, and he like edited it together himself. He was like, I just wanted to say all of this other stuff about explaining the history of the Tally Hall fandom, and it was really cool. So anyways, random tangent, but I think about it sometimes.
Music popularized by the internet just has a
Just do popularized by the internet, but has a lot of overlap. I think after I edit this sentence, I'm gonna take like a water break for a few minutes, and then I'll be right back. It is just, you know, the stream is just gonna be empty of me talking, but you know, you guys will still be there walking around.
popularized by the internet just has a lot of
Okay, so I just say just has. Sometimes I add extra filler words from my script. But yeah, Saucelys asks how I would split up the eras of Tally Hall fandom and what years, and I would love to answer that from my research, because that was something I was looking at a lot last year, actually. But I should probably, like, take a little breaky.
popularized by the internet just has a lot of overlap.
But as many Tally Hall fans know. Okay, this is a really long sentence, so I think I'll pause here real quick, actually. I'll just be like, taking a water break. I'll be right back. Emma, can I make this larger? Font? Ooh. Okay. I'm gonna do impact. Yes, impact font. 72. Wowie. Okay. And I'll just be right back. I'm just gonna cut my but the audio will still go. The background music. I'll be RB. Okay, I've returned. Um, I see that there's the discussion of the like Marvin's bed sheets on Redbubble or bed cover comforter. That's what it's called. Melody has that. I remember that when we did our episode of Tally Talks. I was like, oh my gosh, this person has a Marvin's like bed. It's beautiful. I think you could see it in her interview with Andrew. But yeah, and then the weird bed and or yes please. It's really interesting to me that there's a lot of interpretations that's taking place during Pearl Harbor. It's a really interesting, really fascinating. Sure is a song, but the fact that it was an animation meme was pretty cool. But and sometimes there's just songs where it's just like the instrumentation in it. It just doesn't. It's just not it, and so that's understandable. Where it's like, even if you think the song like content wise doesn't bother you, sometimes the instrumentation be like, this is a little off putting. Rotary Park was that for me. Like, it was genuinely so off putting for me the first few times that I listened to it, but it was like I knew the context for it at the time too, which might have contributed it.
Internet just has a lot of overlap, but as many Tally Hall fans know.
Also, Saucelies, are you in chat? I wanna answer your question. If you still wanted me to listen to the yapping about it.
Has a lot of overlap, but as many Tally Hall fans know.
Weird Bed was an animation meme, yes. A couple years ago, I think.
Has a lot of overlap,
it was pretty funny.
But as many Tally Hall fans know.
But as many Tally Hall fans know. Also, Saucely says yes to me rambling. So, like, the eras of Tally Hall, there's when Tally Hall was, pretty popular, or not popular. So, University of Michigan, they did some stuff around University of Michigan. That's where we get the recording of, like, Another Minute and the ominous phone call clip, and when they were called 540, and then they put together, some demos, and they had that online. And they kind of like would just how like, oh, if you make an account now, like on the Instagram equivalent, like you follow a bunch of people and then you're like, okay, maybe now that I've followed them, they'll follow me back and check out my stuff. So that's kind of what they were doing to kind of spread their influence on the internet a little bit. Let me figure out also, I need to copy paste where this is. A lot of overlap, but as many Tally Hall fans know. That was what I was doing. Okay. Anyways, so that era from like 2002 to 2005 or so, it was pretty small, but it was mostly local influence, if I recall. I don't have, I don't have like a spreadsheet pulled out. It's just kind of off the top of my head. But when Joe finished his, college final project of making the Banana Man music video, someone put it on a website called Albino Black Sheep, which is kind of like an early version of YouTube, and it had went viral on there. And so it was basically Banana Man made them go viral, and that's where a lot of the OG fans, like OG online fans, that is, overseas fans, like Sky Guy, found Tally Hall when they were like in high school or younger, was because it was on this like early version of YouTube, and they thought it was funny. And so that kind of, at that point, like, Cause became a fan and friend of the band because the band was following a bunch of people online at the time to try to get people to listen to their music. And Cause was like, oh yeah, I like these songs. And, it was kind of, there was a presence in Michigan, but kind of the Banana Man music video going viral on Albino Black Sheep kind of started the real, like, era of there being an online following for Tally Hall. they did their website. So I want to say that was around 2005.
Tally Hall fans know the honorary sixth member of Tally Hall.
But again, I'm like, I'm
Honorary
blanking.
sixth member of Tally Hall, Bora. Oh,
Bora. And so then there's kind of this online following. I think it's, that's kind of this first era of online fans. And that kind of follows as they tour and they get picked up by Atlantic Records.
member of Tally Hall,
Bora
has his own band.
Kojum Dip. So yeah, started as a local thing, started coming online, and that was kind of like where I'd say our first like online, elders of Tally Hall fans truly began.
Bora has his own band, Kojum Dip, formed
That is band Kojum Dip. So then there was the era of Tally Hall fans while they were active under Atlantic Records. And Atlantic Records helped them produce the Tally Hall internet show, for example, and that kind of helped too. But then they got dropped by Atlantic Records. So there's like all of this drama with Atlantic Records, and also it was like, oh, they were touring, but like Joe wasn't there, and a lot of the fandom on the time was complaining that Joe wasn't there, which sounds very familiar to now. But yeah, so it was kind of like, all right, here's this golden era between the Banana Man music video and then Atlantic Records being super active, and then Atlantic Records was like, all right, we finished Good and Evil, we're just gonna like wait on releasing it. We're gonna wait on releasing it. And so a lot of fans kind of died out because they were so tired of waiting so long between albums from 2005/2008 all the way till like 2011. Like that was forever. But the thing is, Atlantic Records never released Good and Evil. They produced it, but then they dropped the band. They're like, yeah, actually, we're not gonna release this.
formed around the year 2000.
And so kind of the like hardcore fans were still there. And Tally Hall was like, people are still listening to this stuff, so we're gonna release Good and Evil ourselves, alright, and fundraise to do a tour, but that was kind of it. So there was kind of like the Marvin's era, the golden era. Then there was the Good and Evil era where it was a bit more dedicated, but then the band just kind of dropped off. And the other huge contributing factor to like a lot of that era being gone is that the Tally Hall forums were under Atlantic Records, and so when they were dropped, all of those fan theories and connections at the time just were gone. They were no more. And I think that contributed as to why there's kind of this dead period where we don't really know what happened to fans. But from what I can tell, the Tally Hall fandom moved onto Tumblr.
There's a ton of lore to this band.
Oh, from around the year 2000. Okay. Wrong thing. There we go.
Formed around the year 2000. There's a ton of lore to this band.
All right, continuing the Tally Hall story. So I'm just like keep recapping myself, but we have the local era, the golden Marvin's era. We have the dedicated Good and Evil era, and then it moved on to the Tumblr era. And this is also when a lot of like the animation community on YouTube was also becoming more of a thing, after like around 2011 onward. And so like fandom gatherings were on Tumblr at that time, but a lot of people were being introduced to the music by the animation community. So like it's kind of Tumblr era, but it's also kind of like animation community era. And like some people would make, Tally Hall videos on YouTube, but but it was mainly like the super fans of the time, like Allegra and Marcy were on tumblr.com, and Tumblr popularized the original Shia LaBeouf video. So that was one of the things that surprised me when I was asking that question of like, okay, what happened? Like, it was Tumblr. Of course it was Tumblr. Why wouldn't it be Tumblr? But yeah, but pretty much it was just that the fandom existed on Tumblr for a while. And then Spotify became a thing. The music got spread even more. There was the kind of the Tumblr super fans put together the oh my gosh, my brain evaporated again. The tribute album. The Tumblrinas did the tribute album, you know. Though unfortunately, sorry, I was reading off. Nothing unfortunate about being a Tumblrina, because it's just like me for real. And though unfortunately, I am extremely uneducated on Kojim Dip. Although I appreciated the person in chat earlier who was explaining Kojim Dip lore to me.
Though unfortunately, I'm extremely uneducated on the subject.
So yeah, so Tally Hall eras, local era, Marvin's era, Good and Evil era, Tumblr era, and then Spotify became a thing. And so I guess, I don't know, would I dub that the Spotify era, where people found Tally Hall from Spotify, animation memes were continuing, and then it was kind of like, Reddit, like, it was just popping up everywhere. There wasn't one centralized location to discuss Tally Hall. And there's also kind of when Hawaii Part 2 got on Spotify, like, then a lot more people are introduced that way. So I think it was like it started propagating. And then I'd say 2021 is more of like the TikTok era of when everything else became even more popularized. And now I would say we're sort of post TikTok era these past couple years, I think. Like, I feel like the pandemic through 2023, like... Oh, uneducated on the subject. I forgot that. On the subject. Saucely says, here's murders. OMG, is that the TikTok audio? I know, I remember that being like more of a thing at the end of 2020. It'd be like, or maybe it was early 2021. My sister would watch TikToks and I'd hear it and I'm like, oh my gosh, Miracle Musical.
Extremely uneducated on the subject beyond knowing their...
Beyond. But what Sky the Guy said is what I agree with. We are now in the Sonic Lunch era. So it's kind of like, alright, things aren't quite, you know, stuff went viral, and now all of the people who are dedicated from everything going viral are here, and they want to hear Tally Hall. And so we're kind of in this unique era where Tally Hall has, you know, not come back together as a band, but like they've come back. We had the LA shows. We have had the Sonic Lunches, Ito and Friends tour.
Actually, I'm extremely uneducated on the subject beyond knowing... Uneducated on the subject beyond knowing.
Skizfish has absorbed all the powers of the stars and became paralyzed. Well, I think you have enough. If you've gathered so many stars, you probably have like the ability to do the like exclamation point explode and then type a username of your choice.
Beyond knowing there's educated on the subject beyond knowing there's beyond knowing.
And so, yeah, anyways, Saucelys, that was my ramble. I would say you are, like, we're both at the tail end of, like, the quote-unquote, like, Spotify era. Like, it was definitely because of, like, the animation memes for sure, or just animatics, animation community more accurately, definitely helped propagate things. And so we got to witness the rise of the TikTok era, the ruler of everything meme. We got to see when the break it down a bit became popular, like, you know, it's kind of witnessing all of this.
Uneducated on the subject.
I'm trying to see if my fish will move at all. Do you want me to pick up your fish, Skizzers? I do realize it is just sitting there. Okay. Be unknowing. Beyond knowing. Okay, wait.
On the subject, beyond knowing
there's persona, blah blah blah. I can say words. I think, Skizzers, if you just do exclamation point bomb, that would do it. There's personas portrayed in masks. I wear a mask with the smile. Okay, Skizzers, I will free you. I don't know why. Maybe it's like, oh, I accidentally just dropped a bunch of stars. Sauces, thank you for this edumacation. Okay, that was me. Oh, whoa, okay, Skizzers successfully, and then proceeded to not move after going straight into the world. Grr! 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 Oh, sorry, I threw you off the map. Where? Oh, okay. Respawned, moving back around. My bad.
Subject, beyond knowing there's personas portrayed with masks.
Portrayed with masks, that's how I said it, I guess. Farewell, Saucelies. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for asking me questions.
Beyond knowing there's personas portrayed with masks.
Thank you. I enjoy exploding the fish. Pew. It is interesting to me to, like, it's just random. This was making me think of the Milk in the Microwave cover of Hidden in the Sand, and then that was making me think of Tronny Jash for some reason. But like, I think it's just crazy that Tronny Jash even reached enough to become a thing. Like, with just, I mean, it's like Tronny Jash definitely expanded outside of Tally Hall. There's people who've listened to Tronny Jash who have no idea what Tally Hall is. But it's just really intriguing to me that we've reached a point where there could be someone whose just entire thing is like making a storyline by like kind of changing up some songs from Tally Hall. I don't know, it's just random. Alright, I was looking up Kojum Dip. Sorry, that was probably really loud. Oh my gosh. I like how... Can I just get a screenshot of this? I searched Kojum Dip, and will it pull up the image for me? This is what it gave me for a search result. Kojum Dip is a cool metal band from Michigan. I'm just really entertained by that. I think that's really cool. I was in a milk in the microwave. I remember, like, before the milk in the microwave stuff also, like, exploded in 2023. We were, like, both in the Jaden Work Discord server because they did the Will Wood cover with Jaden Work. Okay. Da 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 da. I got distracted what I was doing. Kojum dip. Hidden in the sand wiki. Oh, okay. I'll get the picture from their Bandcamp. That helps expand upon it. There we go. The personas portrayed with masks.
I'm extremely uneducated on the subject beyond knowing there's personas portrayed with masks and beyond knowing there's personas portrayed with masks.
I'm locking in. I'm locking in.
In 2024, Moonwaltz was played live during Edo and Moonwaltz was played live.
I wish all of the, like, admittedly incomplete demos and complete demos that they would put it on streaming. That'd be cool. But I'm also, as I've been saying for like 5 years now, please put Light and Night on Spotify. Please put Light and Night on Spotify. I used to email the Tally Hall emails. Please put Light and Night on Spotify.
In 2024, Moonwaltz was played live during Moonwaltz was played live during Ito and Friends tour.
I am excited that not another minute. Oh my gosh. My brain keeps, like, evaporating.
Was played live during Ito and Friends.
During the Ito and Friends tour. Ito and Friends tour? What's that? Imagine going to the Ito and Friends tour. Imagine having your car window explode after seeing the Ito and Friends tour.
Before, Moonwaltz was played live during Ito and Friends tour alongside Tally Hall songs.
Woo! Okay, I'm almost there. I'm almost there. You understand. Mechanical hands are the ruler of everything. The ruler of everything. I'm the ruler of everything in the end.
In 2024, Moonwaltz was played live during Ito and Friends tour alongside Tally Hall songs and
Okay. Need to find Kojum Dip Bora Karaja Moon Waltz live. Can I find the, like, melody video? Oh, I'm sure I have screenshots back. da, da. Shout out Melody for recording Moonwaltz live. Bum, bum, bum. I just hope at least some of the like Tally Hall guys will do more touring. Do more touring. Do more touring. Like they have enough listeners where they could also like justify they could justify going international. So
in 2024, Moonwaltz was played live during Ito and Friends tour alongside Tally Hall songs.
And oh wow, that was a beautiful voice crack on my end. Okay, I put that in all caps, which maybe I will not do this in all caps.
Tally Hall songs.
And Kojim Dip was an opener for
Tally Hall songs.
and
I have this bad habit of wearing Crocs in the snow. I wear Crocs all the time. I'll be all bundled up and ready for snow weather otherwise. Granted, it doesn't snow where it's like, oh, I don't have like a foot of snow. If that does happen, I am wearing boots, I suppose. But if it's just like a couple inches, I just wear my Crocs. I don't wear socks either. It's pretty bad. But it doesn't bother me. It just scares people.
Tally Hall songs.
and Kojim Dip. And
What if I do a gag where it changes to an ampersand? Would that be distracting? Or would that be funny? Okay. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. And Kojim Dip was an opener. Opener. Oh, Skizzers is in the negative. Yeah, I couldn't wear Crocs in that, probably.
Tally Hall songs.
and Kojim Dip was
Hall songs. Tally Hall songs.
and Kojim Dip was an
Okay, I think that's funny.
Tour alongside Tally Hall songs.
and Kojim Dip was an opener.
Hall songs.
And Kojim Dip was an opener.
Okay, I think that's funny.
Hall songs.
And Kojim Dip was an opener for Andrew. Kojim Dip was an opener.
Croc privileges removed.
And Kojim Dip was an opener for Andrew Horowitz and
For Andrew Horowitz. Ba-ba-da. Da-da-da-da-da.
Dip was an opener for Andrew Horowitz in August 2025.
In August 2025.
For Andrew Horowitz in August 2025 at Sonic.
At Sonic Lunch. Oops, I didn't mean the captions to extend that far. Also, it is I just realized it has been significantly less laggy to have this in its own editing file, which is good.
2025 at Sonic Lunch.
Da 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 da. Loop. Loop. Lunch.
In August 2025 at Sonic. Andrew Horowitz in August 2025 at Sonic Lunch.
There is going to be a
Oh my gosh, Tangerine is... That's a very fitting username for being in SoCal, TBH. Wait, so you okay, so I see what you're saying. That you've been a Tally Hall fan for 2 years and you haven't been to an Ito and Friends tour. But hey, the advantage. Bora, Rob, Zubin are all in SoCal. So, not a trampoline thing's happening. I am hoping Rob does something. So something does happen. You are in closer proximity.
August 2025 at Sonic Lunch.
There is going to be
There is going to be another... And then also, like, I want to do a SoCal Tally Hall fan meetup at some point, but
there is going to be a second.
it just depends on timing.
There is going to be a second.
But one of my other friends also wants to do that.
Lunch.
There is going to be a second.
Oh my gosh, only 30 minutes away from LA too. That's crazy, bro.
Sonic Lunch.
There is going to be a second.
So yeah, really, if something happens again, you're gonna be in the primary spot.
It's 2025 at Sonic Lunch.
There is going to be a second out.
Lunch.
There is going to be a second.
Okay, I could probably cut back at the pause there.
At Sonic Lunch.
There is going to be a second album. Did you know Kojim did? Granted, the sphere. Did you know Kojim did?
Did you know Kojim Dip? Skizzer says, I'm like 3 hours away from Ann Arbor because it's in the inconvenient part that isn't literally attached to Wisconsin. But hey, it's like 3 hours is definitely a bit of a drive, but you're at least in a drivable proximity. Oh, the inconvenient part of Michigan. Yeah, I did not drive to Michigan. That would be really long. I kind of want to do a road trip one day, though, but it would literally be like a solid day of driving with no stops.
Did you know Kojim did is connected?
Which is why I take the airplane. Like, road trip one day. One day would be cool. Perhaps. If, like, they're still doing shows by the time that I could feasibly do that.
Did you know Kojim did is connected to Tally?
You know what Kojim Dip is. And then connected to Tally Hall here. There we go. There we go. The 10-hour drive to Sonic Lunch is crazy. Like, the people who went overseas for the past Sonic Lunches, all of my respect goes out to them, because that is insane.
Did you know Kojim did is connected to Tally Hall? You know, Moon Waltz. Granted, the sphere of music.
Tangerine says, when you live in California, there's only 2 ways to travel across the country. Both ways suck. Airport and car. Especially if you're going from, like, SoCal to, like, anything Northern California. Like, it's just the trains don't want to they don't want to exist. So your options are kind of like you can take a train to part of it, and then you're just stuck in a bus, and that's the public transit. Is you're just then in a bus in traffic forever and ever and ever. But you know, there's some public transit, but definitely like it is not. California is not connected for whatever reason. I got distracted. So I was gonna just get a bunch of Hawaii Part 2, not Hawaii Part 2, just Tally Hall related album art, which I should already have downloaded, I would imagine. I just need to like have a good folder for that. You think I would be more organized, but alas. Okay. Image. Public transit being miserable. The buses are not my favorite part. I love trains, though. I love the trains. I mean, also, like, the bus... There's a bus from the Detroit airport that goes directly to Ann Arbor, and it's only, like, $25 for a round trip. So compared to, like, oh, having to Uber or something, that is definitely much better. So, I like public transit, but that is me. But sometimes it doesn't work. And sometimes it'll be like, to get to your destination, you're gonna have to be in a bus for 5 hours. And it is how it is. Alright, what was I looking for? I was looking for album covers. Covers. Is that what I'm looking for? Ah, yes! Haha, haha. Marvin's cover. Oh, high res is going to explode everything, but yeah, for me, public transit also is like an hour away or more, but for traveling farther, or when you are not, I don't know where I was going with that. Popularized by the internet. Just gonna get around. Okay, I did the default of putting it on my face, but I think I'm just gonna, wow. But not by me. We're just kids. Don't worry about this. Something just tears her down. 'Cause there's one thing or another, I don't even know why I bother. Some things I just can't get around. Seem to stay in just one state of mind. Oh, I already had that. Good and evil download. Whatever. It's fine. It's fine. I'm just trying to get this finished. This one thing or another, I don't even know why I bother. One thing just tears her down. 'Cause there's one thing or another, I don't even know why I bother. Popular. You're gonna be popular. Boom boom. Okay. Good and Evil. Now it's time for Hawaii Part 2, but it should be in my downloads folder. Maybe? Perhaps? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah, because I did the album covers last week. Oh, but that didn't include Hawaii Part 2. Okay, it's fine. Hawaii Part 2. I need to learn to wait in turn. Yeah, I need to find where more of my instrumental stuff is. Because I love ESP's covers, but also it has just been playing on loop. So, okay. It says I already have that downloaded, but I don't know what it is. But it's fine. It's fine. July asks, guys, do you ever go watch the windows? I always watch the windows for no reason. Like the windows outside, not the operating system. I am assuming. Oh, now it's loading.
Popularized by the popularized by the
I can relate to the conversation going on right now about dishes. If we don't do, if we don't run the dishwasher at the end of every day, or, sometimes it could be every other day, but for most every day, then you're like, oh shoot, where are all of the spoons? And then you look, okay, they're all in the dishwasher, which has not been run yet. And so then you just have to, take the spoon out and wash it yourselves. Okay, so July was clarifying about the car bus train looking at the windows outside. That is so true. Same with the airplane. It's really pretty to watch. Go Jim Dip. Go Jim Dip. Oh Dip. Where's a good place to arrange it? Yeah, I guess that works. Spree says, "Hi, I love your videos." Thank you, Spree. For that, let me pick up your little character guy in Stream Avatars, if I can find it. Yeah, there's Spree. Oh, I dropped a bunch of stars again, which Skizzers is probably going to get because Skizzers is just OP like that. Oh, Spree is a manta ray. Hello, Spree. This is you on the screen. Teehee. Get to swim around in this little fish tank on my screen. Okay, I'll set you down now. Okay, music popularized by the internet. Could be me.
popularized by the internet. popularized by the internet, just has a using music popularized by the internet, just has a
Okay. For the crowning piece, I need not a trampoline. Not a trampoline. Da 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 da. Oh shoot, I didn't mean to do that. Let me pull it up higher, please. Okay. Okay, now it's getting a little laggy. Spree says, I love Tally Hall. I agree, Spree. I think Tally Hall is cool. Have you guys heard of this band called Tally Hall? I like their music. It's pretty cool. Alright, I have this ominous box appearing. And the program's not responding, so we'll see if not a trampoline, you know, broke my DaVinci Resolve. We'll see. Let me close some of this extra stuff. I don't need Audacity. And I could close some of these tabs. Okay, it might just be that I need to close this. Close the program. R.I.P. DaVinci. What's a Tally Hall? Is that like a cool way of saying tally ho? My voice. I'll close that. I don't need to save that. Your little ball that you're wrong in. The Among Us. I love Among Us. DaVinci Resolve is being silly and not opening. Task Manager. Alright, what is going on? DaVinci Resolve not responding. Okay. Let me close it. Let's try again. Not responding. Yes, my background is my Among Us Loppy with Saucely's Among Us. It was a very cinematic photo, so... But I am not sus. I don't know why people keep calling me sus. I'm not sus. Okay. DaVinci is being a hater and doesn't want to open. Which sometimes means that I just have to restart my computer. Which would then also mean, you know, pausing the live stream. Oh shoot, not the spilling all over the couch. That sucks. Okay, Dubinky. No. Okay. It's just decided that not a trampoline was too powerful. Yeah, I might need to restart my computer, so I will probably stop the stream shortly then. You know, I'm assuming my project save. Sometimes it just gets a little silly, you know? DaVinci Resolve. Okay. But thank you guys for joining me. And once this is done, I will probably upload it today. But yeah. I enjoyed it. Let me hold up all of you guys. We got here's me. Pin me there. Wow, I'm just spinning. We've got Skizzers, the beautiful fishy, who wins all of the gold, all of the awards, all of the time. We've got the Tangerine, the beautiful Tangerine, who's also an anglerfish because Hawaii Part 2 reference. And I hope that more tally hole things happen close to LA so you can go. I'm sorry for having you upside down. We have Walmart Bag, my grandchild. I am your grandfather. No, grandmother. Saucelys is your grandfather. Oh, it's kind of hard to see on the Among Us background, isn't it? Let me pull it up over OBS. That way you can see yourself. But yeah, we've got Spree, who joined us here. The beautiful Spree. And we have July on Mom's account. Thank you all for joining. And I hope you all have a lovely rest of your day. That it can be very awesome. Sawsome. So, yeah. Thank you guys for tuning in. For hanging out. Farewell!